Welcome to Chapter 2, Inline Styling with CSS, Part 4. Chapter 2, Essential Outcomes. Students communicate, collaborate, create, and apply critical thinking skills through project-based learning by A. Constructing, computing, and designing basic web pages. B. Empowering and challenging each other to create unique designs. C. Demonstrating knowledgeable web page structure. D. Being responsible web designers and digital citizens. E. Sharing the innovative designs via global networking. F. Linking keywords to project application. In Part 4, we're going to focus on JavaScript just a little bit and create buttons. This is kind of a little fun exercise. It's not too difficult, and it's something that is kind of adds some creativity. JavaScript is the third language used by all web developers. If you're going into HTML or you're going in to be a web designer, you need to know all three. HTML defines the content of the web page, as we saw with our shell. CSS styles the web page, as we can see with our CSS inline. JavaScript programs the behavior of the web pages. So with that in mind, we are going to look at a JavaScript button. A button allows you to put a quote or other types of information inside that button so that when the user clicks on it, they access the information. I use it a lot for little quotes or tidbits. When a user clicks on a button, the button will display the message. The button is broken into 4 coding sections. You have the button, which is the HTML tag. It tells the browser to read the object as a button in JavaScript. Type equals button establishes the type of button. OnClick is a property that sets up the message. And alert is the section that actually houses the actual message. Use of apostrophes in JavaScript. Inside a button, you cannot use any apostrophes within the actual text. In the quote that you're putting in, if it requires an apostrophe, we have to use a different method other than adding the apostrophe. Why? Because JavaScript uses single apostrophes to start and end text. So if you put an apostrophe inside the middle of a sentence, JavaScript gets confused and will stop reading the code and nothing will show up in your button. And it might even be that your button won't show up either. The end result is the JavaScript button is not functional. To correct this problem, the word that needs the apostrophe, you're going to add a backslash in front of the apostrophe. So if you look at this section here, the word hate, it has an apostrophe. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that backward slash in there, and that tells JavaScript that the apostrophe is actually for text. Chapter 2, Part 4, Class Activity. Now it's time to actually put together our button, okay? So let's go to Google Classroom, access the Chapter 2, Part 4 Class Activity, and I will walk you through how to put together a button. Well, that's all, folks, for the PowerPoints. Our next step is to dive into we're actually adding our new codes from Part 3 and Part 4 into our project.